Hey there guys, gals, and non-binary pals, GM Potter here. Welcome to my channel where I talk about books and bookish things, and I upload on Thursdays and Tuesdays, most Tuesdays, all Thursdays. And I thought today we would talk about a book that very much disappointed me, and that is Dating and Dragons by Christy Boyce. Let's get into it. So this book I was very excited for. It was on an anticipated reads list. I had read the first one, which is Dungeons and Drama, and that one was really cute. It's a teen girl who's trying to reconnect with her father and finds romance in her D&D group. And it's just a really cute YA romance, the sort of thing that I would read to take a break from the more smutty novels that romance tends to offer. So this is the second book in that series. It's a completely new D&D group, and this one is YA. It is described, it's tagged on Goodreads with the genres romance, young adult romance. Like those are the genres on there. So let's start with the Goodreads blurb. From the author of the nationally best-selling Dungeons and Drama comes another gaming romance that's sure to win you over. Quinn Norton is starting over at a new high school and hopes that joining the D&D game will be the trick to making friends. The plan sounds even better when she's invited into a group that includes Logan Weber, the cute and charming guy she met on her first day of class. But this isn't your average D&D campaign. The group live streams their games and enforces strict rules. No phones allowed, no dating other group members. Quinn is willing to accept the rules even if it makes Logan off limits, and she quickly learns that doing so won't be a problem since Logan goes from charismatic to insufferable as soon as she agrees to join. As their bickering and bantering intensifies inside and outside the game, Quinn can't help wondering, is Logan's infuriating behavior a smokescreen for hidden feelings? Quinn is risking it all, and her 20-sided dice are rolling. This book is very uneven in terms of what it presents as the story. There are places where the book feels very middle grade, very juvenile, and just fun and lighthearted and silly and campy. They make little D&D bracelets, the group does, and they live stream, and they talk about their high school classes, and it's just really, really cute, and I like that. And then there are sections of it that feel like an excerpt from an adult romance novel, and I mean adult. For instance, I'd have you pressed against that door and kissed you until the sun went down and I was your only source of heat. A line like that has no business in YA literature, I think. There's also, what did I tell you about biting your lip around me? It's like you want me to kiss you. And then we have, what we could do alone up there. Like, it's not spicy because nothing is explicit. It's very heavily implied. And the tone of the book, like I've read YA novels where the characters have adult naughty times because, like it or not, sometimes teenagers have adult naughty times. It's gonna happen. It's always happened. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen again in the future. But tonally, this comes out of nowhere, and it just keeps coming out of nowhere multiple times. And it's like, I was getting reader whiplash. This book isn't terribly long. It's roughly 9 hours as an audiobook. It's 336 pages. For as fast as it is, it doesn't take the time to establish that it's a spicier young adult novel. And it is tagged as young adult. Like, I have the book right here. So this is the book. And it doesn't have, like, a grade listed on it. Like, this is the back of the book here. And normally for a middle grade, it would say, like, what grade level it's intended for. But there was no warning in here that it was going to get spicy. There's nothing to suggest it was going to get spicy. I should have known, like, it's not entirely out of left field for the author, because her other books include Hot British Boyfriend and Hot Dutch Daydream. Like, she does write spicier without necessarily being spicy romance novels. I've read Hot British Boyfriend, or I tried to. I couldn't really get into it. Maybe this is fast becoming a pet peeve of mine. Like, look at the cover, okay, and then this is the back cover, and then this is the cover. This is the cover of the other book right here. This is clearly a young audience book, from the cover, from the blurb on the back, from where it's shelved. This book is published by, it's published by Penguin Random House, Delacourt Romance, under an imprint of Random House Children's Books, a division of Penguin Random House. So it's the children's imprint for romance novels under Penguin Random House is where it's published. The quotes I read you from the book, they're in the book. Trust me, they're there. I can't say it's explicit because nothing is explicit. I say that. Their kissing scenes are describing heat running through my body and awakening me. And I didn't write down those quotes because I was too icked out. Because I don't want to read about teenagers having their first feelings like that. Call me a prude, but I'm 36. I don't want to read that. Especially in a book that's intended for a child demographic. I do not want to read that. And this one is a 2-star from me, which very much disappointed me because the first one, Dungeons and Drama, was 5 stars. It was great. It was fun. It was punchy. It was cute. It was adorable. Everything was lighthearted and silly and just great in the first book. And it was on trend thematically with what the cover looked like, with what the blurb said it was, with the imprint being a children's imprint. It was on par for all of those things. And this one I felt icky. I felt like I needed a shower after reading this book. The tropes for it include insta-love, friends to lovers, sunshine and grumpy, but the grumpy is actually a golden retriever, and nerdy love. I cannot recommend this one. It's not 1 star because aside from the whiplash tonal shifts in it, it is fairly well written. The story doesn't have any big plot holes in it. There aren't a lot of places where I would change things except for the instances of children having feelings like that. And I'm not going to yuck on anybody's young. Yeah, if there's a younger audience here, those feelings in a younger person are valid. That does not mean I want to read about it as an adult. That does not mean that children should be because this book doesn't look like, I don't know how to explain myself with this one. I feel like I'm rambling, but it feels inappropriate in the same way Jay's gay agenda felt appropriate, in the same way, what was that other one I read? If I remember, editing me will put it up on the screen, but it was a girls' softball field hockey team. It was a girls' sports novel, and there was in it. And at no point did these girls with active, present, supportive parents say, hey, let's tell an adult. It feels inappropriate and irresponsible in that same way. It's one thing for an adult audience to explore themes and to explore ideas that aren't savory and that make you think and that creep you out or gross you out or all of this. That's one thing if it's written for an adult audience. It's another thing if it's intended for children and it's exploring things. It's exploring things right up into that edge of explicitness. If the author had elaborated any more than she did, it would be explicit. And it would be inappropriate for the audience. I am not in favor of censorship. I'm not in favor of book bans. I read banned books. I support banned book authors. I'm not saying this book should be banned. I'm saying that an editor, preferably the author, but an editor should have stepped in and been like, wait a minute, what's the audience of this again? Let's look at the appropriateness of this book. Maybe this book shouldn't be aimed at and be about teenagers. Maybe this book should be about adults. Let's move it over to, because it's Penguin Random House. Like, they have other imprints that this would work very well under. And if this were something like, there's an adult romance novel arc that I just started reading. It's coming, I think next month. My review goes up for it. I just started reading it. It's called Roll for Romance, and it's the same idea, but with grown-ups. Like, take the same idea with all this longing and yearning and stirrings of feelings, and the lines like, I would have you pressed against the door and kissed you until the sun went down and I was your only source of heat. And what did I tell you about? Like, take those quotes, put them in an adult book. It'll do very well. Even if it's a closed-door romance, these belong in an adult book. Because at the end of the day, this is a grown-up writing about children. And I think that's what icks me out about it most of all, is that this is written by a grown-up. She's not a teen author. She's not a young adult author. So I'm not immediately finding a birthday for Christy Boyce, but looking at the bio on her account, she's been an adult author since 2008. I graduated high school in 2007. She's been pursuing writing as an adult since 2008. She's been an adult that long. She's not a child. She's not a teenager. She's not a young adult or a new adult. And this just feels inappropriate. So this book for me is a 2-star, and I am deeply disappointed in this book, in this author, in the publisher, in the editors, in all of the people that this book had to go through to get to press for it to be like this. I'm sorry for the ranty review. I just had to talk about this. Have you read Dungeons and Drama? Have you read Dating and Dragons? How did you compare the two? Were you as skeeved out by this book as I was? Like, I can't be alone in this. Like, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills, because looking at Goodreads, it's got 4 stars. It's got a 4.03 with 8,309 ratings. It's got 2,416 reviews. Let's look at this. 30% are 5-star reviews and 45% are 4-star reviews, meaning that 75% of the reviews are glowing. Like, I consider anything from a 4-star and up to be a glowing review. Like, that's a good review. Like, 20% are 3 stars, less than 1% are 1 stars, 2% are 2 stars. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. I feel like I'm alone here. Please tell me if reading these quotes, and it doesn't matter if I'm taking them out of context, because the whole point is that the context of the book is a children's book, is a young adult book, is a middle grade book, is a new adult, young adult book that's essentially for children. Like, am I alone in here? Am I blowing things out of proportion? Please let me know. Like, if I am, I will put out an apology to the author on my Instagram, but I don't think I'm wrong here. I won't be tagging her in this video, because I don't tag authors in bad reviews. It's bad form. But please let me know if I'm off base here. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.